As a shift relationship strategist, I'm oftentimes asked questions. Today's question that I'm going to answer is, how do I know if I'm dating a man with low self-esteem? In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 ways to know if you are dating a man with low self-esteem. Let's jump in. The first way to know that you are dating a man with low self-esteem is you have to consistently and constantly reassure him. Listen, this man needs constant reassurance in every little part of his life. It can be emotionally draining for you as the woman that is constantly reassuring him that he is okay, that he is the man, that he can do it. You are building up his self-esteem and you are seemingly his only cheerleader. That constant reassurance is great, but we are not talking about like words of affirmation. We are talking about where this person truly needs to be told, you are doing good. You are doing fine. You are the man. I love you so much. I want to be with you. Like in every area, you are constantly telling him, you're okay. We're okay. This is okay. That is okay. You did that right. It becomes overbearing and overwhelming, emotional. It takes an emotional toll on you as the woman who constantly has to tell him, baby, you did good. The second way to know if you are dating a man that has low self-esteem is the dependence. What does that mean? He is overly dependent on your validation for his own self-worth. He doesn't have enough esteem, self, right? It's coming from self. That's a part of it. So he doesn't have enough of his own self-esteem to tell himself, hey, self, I look good. Hey, self, I can do this. Hey, self, you can make that decision. Again, it's not so much that you can't even say some of those things, but if it's something that is needed to say in order for, instead of him walking like this, in order for him to put his shoulders back, chest come up, chin up, know that you look good, know that you smell good. It's all inside. And if you have to be the one that's always giving that to him, that is exhausting. So just imagine you're in a relationship with a man that you have to do that with day in and day out, in order for him to know that both of you are good, in order for him to know that the relationship is good, in order for him to know that he's going down the right path in this moment, doing the thing that he is asking you to approve. It can become a lot. And instead of you wanting to be near him, you find yourself like, I'm not answering that call, or I'm not answering that text, or if y'all live together, you find excuses not to go home to him because you have to be sort of like his mom feeding into him. Nobody is attracted to dating their son, at least people in their right mind. Third way to know that you are dating a man with low self-esteem is his inadequacy, or him feeling jealous about some things that you're doing in that moment. For instance, maybe you were having a conversation with another gentleman. It's in an open area. There's nothing, like literally the conversation is very innocent. He could have just been asking you a question, but instead of your man taking it as what it is, he now accuses you of you flirting with the man, or you cheating with the man if it's an extreme case. Whatever the case may be, because of his own insecurities, they are showing up and showing out. Sometimes they're showing out with a crowd around, and sometimes he's just being overly jealous, and he'll just start acting out as if he's a little child, where now you are embarrassed about the situation. So when a man has low self-esteem, it's going to come out in different ways. This is one of the ways that it will show up. His insecurities coming out, and or him being jealous. And so now in this particular case, he's now accusing you of doing something that you were not doing at all. His insecurities are showing up. This is a man with low self-esteem. Which brings me to point number 4, self-sabotage. Self-sabotage, it can be done consciously or unconsciously. Most people do it on a subconscious level, meaning they're not paying attention to what they're doing. They are just going off an automatic response, what they usually do that keeps them quote unquote safe. So in this case, instead of him coming over and joining the conversation, or coming over and just asking you a question, or coming over to quote unquote save you from the man, instead of him doing that, now he comes over and is acting a plumb fool. Well, this is that self-sabotage, right? Because secretly he really wants to be with you. But instead of him acting in ways that would make you still want him, he is repelling you. And so the very thing that he really is secretly hoping doesn't happen is absolutely going to happen based off of the actions that he takes day in and day out, the things that he verbalizes day in and day out. Which brings me to point number 5. The 5th way to know that you are dating a man with low self-esteem is his communication style sucks. He cannot articulate or be open and honest about anything. He may be the type of man that says the snide remarks, right? Or he's being passive aggressive, but he never directly says the thing to you that could really open up the lines of communication so the both of you feel connected. Instead of that, he, again, self-sabotage. He starts to repel you by the actions and or the words and or the treatment that he begins to do and say to you. It is overwhelming at times. It is exhausting. And that man has really low self-esteem, which is what this is all about. It is showing up in different ways. Now that you know the type of man that you are dating or the man that you suspect that you are dating, check out this video right here because it's going to help you with all of the things that men secretly want women to know. I'll see you over there.